Breaking news. See Nigerians are suffering. Implement Jonathan's Confab report. Yoruba coalition tells Tinubu. Exactly. Jonathan was able to lead a team to do the Confab, and report has been produced. But though he didn't have the time to implement it before he left office, and the report is lying there, why not implement it? So a group in Yoruba land have asked Tinubu to implement it effective immediately. Let us see. The Coalition of Yoruba Self-Determination Group, an umbrella body of different pro-Yoruba groups agitating for the good of Yoruba people within the Nigerian Federation, has told President Bola Tinubu to unearth the Confab report of former President Goodluck Jonathan, which was abandoned by former President Muhammadu Buhari, to evolve a new people's constitution and revive the ailing economy. The group, in a release signed by its Secretary General Dr. Steve Abioye, made available to Sunday Telegraph in Ibadan, stressed that the 4-month administration of President Tinubu has shown that nothing is working and Nigerians are indeed suffering from the wraths unleashed on the masses by the previous administration of Buhari. Instead of struggling without much success while the nation refuses to develop and many politicians are living in unique opulence, the coalition, after felicitating Nigerians on the occasion of the 63rd celebration of the country's existence as an independent nation, nevertheless said that some of the steps taken by the current regime are on themselves not well thought out enough and are bereft of coherence and human feelings. So the release read inter alia tours. It is worthy of note that it is a very sad and unpalatable situation that while Nigeria keeps on growing as a nation, it however refuses to develop, with the recently inaugurated President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government still struggling to bring smile to the face of the Nigerian people. It is imperative to state that although Tinubu inherited so many wraths which have been unleashed on the country owing to years of misrule and mismanagement of previous succeeding administrations, nevertheless, some of the steps taken by the current administration are on themselves not well thought out enough and are bereft of coherence and human feelings. So Nigerians are suffering. We of the Coalition of Yoruba Self-Determination Group, as usual, want to state that the last 4 months of this government administration have clearly shown that nothing is working, and it is not likely anything. It is not likely that anything will work until the country's current leadership does the needful by heeding the call for ensuring a people constitution. There are two ways to go about this. Either we go back to the 1963 constitution, or we bring out Jonathan's Confab report from the dustbin of history, which former President Muhammadu Buhari co-signed. So the coalition also believes there cannot be any visible economic transformation without the necessary political transformation, just as there can never be needed political transformation without economic development. So a state of emergency, we believe, should be declared on the nation's economy. The government cannot be urging people to endure hardship, to be patient, and to sacrifice, while those in corridors of power are not ready to sacrifice and are living in opulence, the group said. Exactly. We need Jonathan's Confab, or go back to 1963 constitution. So start all over again. And I think the best thing is to go back again from beginning, because we seem to have missed it greatly along the line. And we cannot just continue on this as default, because it's going to be terribly very bad on us. So that is what this coalition for self-determination of Yorubas is saying, that look, Nigerians are suffering. Implement Jonathan's Confab report or go back to 1963 Nigerian constitution. The current constitution has loopholes, has a lot of issues with it, and cannot be used, or cannot continue to use it, because it will not provide solution to Nigeria's myriads of problems. Okay, so people are reacting to this statement coming from the Yoruba group, and they say, why didn't Jonathan implement it himself when there was plenty of time to do so? He instead prolonged the confab with the old people sleeping throughout. And so we say, I agree. Please, we reject poverty, or let us control our state and separate this funny alignment called Nigeria. And that is true. Okay, this person is agreeing with the Yoruba coalition. Okay, and that is really where everybody is going. Eh? And somebody say, Wayaga, Yoruba Self-Determination Group. Okay, still some of your Yoruba brothers still support your Tinubu. That is how bad it is. Some Yorubas, that is why we say it's also not very good to generalize what is happening across a tribe, because there are still very reasonable Yorubas that are being very honest and are being very factual in their demand and in their speeches. Okay, they refuse to be tribalized, and they refuse to be by tribal bygones, and to be received to be ruled by the politicians. Okay, so when you see those people, you know that yes, there are still a lot of good people in Yoruba land. So not everybody is insensitive, not everybody is tribalistic. Okay. Tinubu himself have been an ardent advocate of true federalism. Now that he has the opportunity, he should ensure the necessary structural changes in the polity is affected. We can't continue like this. That is if Tinubu is not beclouded by selfish interest, because he was a true federalist when he was not in power. Even they said even during the time of military, he was part of Nadeku that fought for military to leave office. But now he's there, he's driven by he's seeing it now as entitlement. He's now seeing it like a reward. He has worked so hard over the time, and it is his turn now to enjoy. That is the position of Tinubu, the way I see it. I don't think he's the so-called Democrat that people used to know in those old years. Someone said, God bless this group of Yoruba. May their children never suffer like northern children. Can you imagine? Child, this man no use laugh with me. Say, may their children not suffer like northern children. Yeah, Yorubas have very good people. Tinubu himself refused to participate in that confab deliberately, all because of his own selfishness. It will be a shameful thing for Tinubu anything from that confab report. His aim was for country to crumble under Jonathan so that he can come up with his own agenda. That was even why he opposed subsidy removal in 2012. Former governor of Ekiti State, Fayemi, said they knew it was good thing to remove subsidy, but they, the ACN, just played politics with it. You see? That is to tell them that people are listening to what I'm saying every day. So they need to know that people are listening to them. There will be no subsidy if the refineries are working. Just the beginning, more to come. Welcome to the island of suffering. That is it. Nigeria will continue to suffer as far as this government is not ready to make any amen. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.